You look a little bit more chiseled late. I don't know what it is, but like maybe because I haven't seen you in a couple weeks.
I really don't know how. I really don't know how, because honestly, I haven't been hitting the gym
No.
much at all. Like 3 days a week.
Hey, you might want to grab your cups real quick.
Oh shit.
Do you?
Yeah, I've only been getting in about 3 or 4 days a week, and which isn't really that good for me.
Yeah.
I have been fucking eating a lot more. I've put on like 10 pounds.
Whoa. Really?
Yeah. I was hanging out for a while. I wasn't eating much at all, and I stayed moving. So like I wasn't eating very much on top of that, and I just was like steadily losing weight. I wasn't really losing that much muscle. I was losing some strength, but like I was still squatting for reps over 400 pounds, and which is decent for being 180 pounds. But yeah, I was down quite a bit, and then I started trying to focus a little more on my house and other shit too, just getting squirreled off.
Squirrel.
On different shit. And but yeah, I haven't been going to the gym, and I've kind of been like, it is weird because I seen my back in like the mirror, like I had like fucking, I don't know if it was a burn or something, and I was looking for it. And whenever I turned to the side, I seen a vein in my back, and I was like, man, I just put on 10 pounds. Like I don't feel like I should fucking see that. And like, I don't know, I guess like maybe my muscles was fucking starved or some shit, and like I'm finally feeding them, and maybe they're blowing up a little bit, but I feel some pudginess. But we'll test it today and see how the strength feels.
You like sticking to a routine as far as diet goes?
Nah, not really. I eat like shit. I just don't eat a lot. So that's like I'll eat a good bit of eggs, but then occasionally there's days where I just literally live on junk, but it's just not a lot of junk.
Oh, well, man, like legit, when you walked up here, I'm like, he looks bigger. Like, especially in your arms and shit. I'm like,
well, yeah, like I said, I've gotten bigger.
No, I meant, I did not mean bigger as in like 10 pounds, like in weight. I'm saying like bulkier, like the muscles look a little bit more, profound. Is that the word I'm looking for? Pronounced. Yeah.
Pronounced.
Yeah.
But yeah, thanks.
Yeah.
I appreciate it. I don't like, there's this, and maybe it cuts to the whole idea that like sometimes you need more rest than what you know. And because like I've always heard, like whenever I was doing all my early research, whenever I first went down the path of lifting, everybody was talking about rest days, and I was like, fuck that shit. That's bitch shit. I don't need no fucking rest days. The fuck out of here. I ain't no resting motherfucker. And yeah, so like I've always kind of like, just once I started this and kind of started getting after it, it's been really hard for me to let up. And I think this is the most weeks in a row where I've not gone 5 days or more.
You just been busy?
Yeah, just trying to get shit done. Yeah, I fucking finished up some shit at the house and then started my trim. I've been forever tinkering with that shit, and I started painting all that. I'm almost finished painting. I fucking hate painting, dude. I cannot stand it.
I can't either. I hate it.
Pisses me off. But yeah, I'm just about done painting the trim, dude. And I lined up one hell of a fucking couch. It was found for me by a great friend. It's in Columbus. I'm gonna try to go get it. If it's not a fucking scam, I'm gonna try to go get it Saturday.
Mm-hmm.
Me and Carter and Amayo go up and get it. And dude, it's fucking crazy. Check this shit out.
All right. While we're waiting, welcome to the podcast. This is Matters Not. I'm Chris with my co-host Buck. We're Matters Not. Said it again. Haha.
What's up, everybody? Yeah, dude, you got to see this shit. It's fucking awesome.
You find it on Marketplace?
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah. Yeah, dude.
That's me, dude.
That is you. Oh, so it's a full, you got a sofa and a couch with it.
Yeah, and there's not much room in my, like, I don't have a big ass living room.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't really have, like, the square footage of the living room would could make this work, but just like the measurements, length and width of it, and then the sizes of these, I'm not going to really be able to set them up in like a normal fashion, like maybe in an L shape or whatever in front of like the TV, because I'm gonna have the TV above the fireplace. And but then I wanted to make like a little reading nook in the corner where I got those big ass windows in the front room. I wanted to have like a little reading nook with a little like lounge, like a chase, the old Victorian chase right there, and then build a couple bookshelves into it. And yeah, so I'm not really going to be able to do that, but I'm thinking maybe I could lay the couch or the love seat, one or the other, right in line with centered up with the fireplace, and then put the other one over against the like say the phone's the fireplace, have the couch or the love seat running like this against that window. So then if I put the wall mount TV up, I could turn the TV at an angle so both the people on the love seat and on the couch could watch if I got multiple people in there. But then if it's just me and somebody else, I can just sit on the love seat or the couch, whichever one I decide, and have like the little fire going. And dude, this is what's the word? This is a little metrosexual. I think that's the term. It's like a straight guy with gay habits.
I mean, that looks gay, I guess.
Yeah, there you go. I found some fucking black rose like garland or whatever, and some other shit like that, like black straw type shit. I'm gonna fucking lay that shit out all over my fireplace mantle.
Oh yeah, dude.
That's gonna be fucking sweet.
But it's black though. I don't know if that's really considered metro.
I mean, I think if I'm talking about if I mention the word garland outside of Christmas, I think it's a little metro, dude.
You might be onto something there. I'm never using garland outside of Christmas ever again.
You can just embrace the metro, dude.
I mean, I was metrosexual for a hot minute when it was pretty popular. Queer Eye for the Straight Guy got me,
dude. I fucking heard about that shit.
Got me so laid.
I don't know what it was. What was the show?
So it was a show on Bravo, and basically it was like these 5 gay guys in New York.
Old as fuck, right?
And so there was the very beginning episodes or seasons, whatever, stopped, and then they brought it back. I think on Netflix, but by that time I'm just like I'm good. But yeah, man, because I was a fucking loser back in the day and didn't know how to dress myself. It was basically just Adidas clothing because I liked the song Adidas by Korn because I was a fucking perverted kid. I mean, I still am, but at least now I'm a little bit more of a man about it. So I start watching that and start taking what I dressed a little bit more seriously. And boy, that fucking worked.
Yeah.
Yes. Oh, man. I'm not saying I was slaying, but I was putting up decent numbers compared to what I was before Queer Eye for the Straight Guy.
Dude, you know what a lot of it is? I'm pretty sure this is what it is. I think it's not necessarily that you dressed better. It's a contributing factor, I'm sure. But I think it's what, like, you felt like that's the thing you needed. And when you changed it, I bet your confidence went up. And the way you carried yourself in those clothes was different.
Yep.
Because, I see some raggedy motherfuckers with some fucking flopping apart shoes and fucking, they don't give a fuck, busted ass vehicles, and they slay.
Yep.
Fucking, I'm not.
No, you're absolutely right. The confidence, it was what, at that time period, just that boosted my confidence where, I carried myself much better, and I felt like it just kind of, I don't know, I was a little smoother, I guess.
Yeah. I don't know. It's kind of like, with fitness. If you're somebody who's in your head, you're like, this is killing my value in I guess the term is sexual marketplace or whatever. Me being out of shape and floppy and like you're down on yourself and you look at yourself and you feel this type of way, that's going to come out. That's going to radiate from you and people are going to smell it. They'll feel it. But then whenever you do the thing that you think you need to do, that boost in your confidence, it's the boost in the confidence that got you the new gains in the sexual marketplace. It's not the actual muscle that you've gained, because there's a lot of fucking dudes that are completely jacked that ain't getting nothing. You know what I mean? So like it's just how it affects your confidence because there's loads of motherfuckers, and I've said it before, that are in the greatest shape, but they're in the greatest shape because they absolutely fucking hate themselves and they can't stand what they look at, and that also radiates.
I agree. I mean, it's something where, if I'm down on myself, there's no confidence there. I'm not getting anything.
Yeah.
But, if I'm feeling good about myself, got some good, nice clothes on, feeling like I'm looking good, going to the gym, feeling fit. Like lately, I've been feeling amazing. Now, granted, I'm not wearing like the most stylish shit. I mean, I got my fucking dad shoes on and my dad pants, and I got fucking hearts on my socks. But at the same time, man, I'm feeling good.
So steal your old lady's socks?
Oh no, dude! Fucking Megan bought those for me for Valentine's Day one year, and I've been rocking them ever since.
I still got Grok listening.
Dude, what the fuck?
I've been talking to her all day, man.
Oh my god. Dude, her voice sounds familiar.
It's the same one. It's Aura.
Yeah. Well, no. It honestly, I heard that and I thought it was a voice note for someone. And I'm like, did Buck put someone's voice on Grok?
I don't know how to. Do I have it off?
I mean, yeah, because it says speak, so it's off.
Okay.
So.
Sorry. That really made me realize how fucked up my phone is.
Bro, you need a new phone, man. Legit. There's no reason why you shouldn't have some kind of new technology when it comes to a phone.
I know, dude. I'm in more than a decent enough position to go get a fucking phone. And I was in more. Dude, that shit doesn't. Yeah. I should get a new phone.
But it just goes back to the whole confidence. You got a shit phone and you could still slay if you really wanted to. It doesn't nothing to do with it. I mean,
don't.
I think I'm going to start putting like an autism ticker up on the podcast for every single time I have an autistic moment. I'm just going to start counting down, and I think that's going to be one of them.
What's the autistic moment?
I just sometimes when I'm editing the podcast, I'll be listening, and I'll say something that basically has already been said, and it's like, were you not listening, motherfucker? Or I'll put something together that does not make sense listening to it to probably a listener, but in my head, it's a dot that's connected. There's so many times I'm like, what the fuck was I doing? Will you shut the fuck up and listen instead of being so autistic?
I'm glad I don't have the tism, man. I don't need another thing.
I think I firmly believe that everyone's got a little bit of it. A little bit of ADD, a little bit of ADHD, a little bit of autism. Like, I spent the weekend up north with family.
Yeah.
And man, my family's loaded with it in all ends of the spectrum. It was, I mean, I had a blast, don't get me wrong. But, once you're like older and at the forefront and you're talking. Was
anybody sneaking off with bologna sandwiches?
No bologna. No. No, we don't have that autism. Dude, but I was pretty proud of myself at one point. Speaking of food and autism and myself, my cousin, we decided to have like a sleepover at my grandmother's house because all the furniture's out, and my cousin Samantha is having another baby. So she's having a sprinkle, and she's like a sister to me. She wanted me to be there. I'm going to be there. And we stayed at my grandmother's house, air mattresses, sleeping bags, pillows, shit like that.
That sounds actually pretty cool.
It was fun, man. We actually bought a Ouija board and attempted to talk to my grandparents. We went into my grandmother's bedroom. We put the little tea light candles all around. We put a circle of salt around us, right? And the Ouija board, no shit. We had to go and buy one. And I looked at Walmart, Target, nothing. And my cousin's like, put in Google Ouija boards near me. I'm like, this ain't gonna fucking work. You know what? Five Below had a $6 Ouija board, and it was fucking purple. It looked like unicorn colors a little bit. So we go and get this fucking Ouija board, and it's just, it's me, my cousin Samantha, who I think is like 35, my cousin Sarah is 37, my cousin Valerie was there, she's 43, and then Samantha's son Ray, who is 12 or 13, no, 14, man, I can't remember. Anyways, and then little Henry, she is 6, and we decide we're just going to do the Ouija board in grandma's room, and we get in there, and my little cousin Ray had his fucking fingers like on that thing. I could not push it, and I was trying. I'm like, I'm gonna fuck with these little kids, right? I'm gonna scare them a little bit. I was no moving the son of a bitch. I had to yank it. And when I did, my cousin Sarah freaked the fuck out. Like, she was not ready for that. She was so scared. She's
Did y'all
like,
have any like other than that, like any paranormal type shit?
no, dude, not at all. There was nothing going on.
How would your grandma feel if you had a fucking Ouija board trying to talk to her?
Probably,
Would she be fucking pissed?
well, no. I think pretty good, for the simple fact that we were all fucking around, and the youngest one, the 6-year-old Hendrix, was getting mad because she's like, I want to talk to Gigi.
Stop playing around. We're trying to talk to Gigi. It's not time to play.
Because she thought she was really going to talk to my grandmother. But there was a moment, I brought some food, I made it here and then took it up north, and my cousin Samantha bought pizza. I went to get the pizza from the pizza guy, took it in the kitchen, sat the fuck back down and kept conversating, and then I heard my cousin Samantha say, Ray, do you want some pizza? And I'm like, I didn't even think about getting a slice. It did not cross my mind at all. I'm like, holy fuck, dude, I am actually like in it. I do not give a fuck about food as much anymore. Because I guaranteed 2 months ago, Chris would have been like, I would have been like,
Where's the buffet?
legit. Yeah, we're gonna slam down those pizzas. There was pizza left over by the time we left the house.
Did you used to do the pizza with the ranch?
For a very short time, it wasn't really my thing.
Oh, it was my thing.
Yeah, you ranch guy?
Yeah, fucking ranch was my demon, dude. That was, and like, whenever I went on my hard cut, that's whenever I realized how much damage, or like in the calorie counting world, like how much damage condiments actually do. And they like account for a large amount, especially like, dude, I could fucking do like a serving is like a tablespoon or a teaspoon, and I could do that much on one fucking wing, on each wing in an order of fucking 20. So it's like I could have 1,000 calories of ranch in a sitting. It's fucking absurd.
Dude, I like to drench it in dressing.
Yeah. Dude, it's kind of crazy thinking about you doing that Ouija board shit, and then like you say it was your niece or
My cousins. They were all my cousins. I mean, they might as well be
the,
like,
the little one.
yeah, she's my little cousin. It's
Okay.
my cousin's daughter.
Yeah. Like she's like sitting there wanting to, and like all the adults are like, chill, whatever. But like it's funny if you like look back how worked up older people got back in the day
Oh, yeah.
over shit like that, over even dumb shit. Like I remember whenever I think I was probably 5th grade, maybe.
Mhm.
I was into Pokemon, and I had an aunt that was like really religious, and there was some shit going about, and I've looked it up. You can find the dude, the televangelist dude that went on talking about how Pokemon was the fucking devil.
Character over here is called Mewtwo. Every time that you see Mewtwo, he's in this pose. 3 fingers. It means hail Satan.
Preachers was talking about how Pokemon was little demons and shit like that. But yeah, my aunt got that shit in her head, and I wasn't allowed to bring my Game Boy because I had like a little Game Boy Color, and I go over there and it's fucking boring over there. And I'm like, I just want to play my Game Boy. And my mom was like, she said you can't bring your Game Boy, and like you can't, she won't let Pokemon in her house. And I'm like, what the fuck? And like my cousin, she had Barbies, and I was like, fucking shit. I have to go play with these damn Barbies.
You know what? You say that, though, and I agree. It's fucking stupid, but think about the furries of the world. I bet the majority of them watch Pokemon.
Well, what's that got to do with anything?
I'm just connecting
They
dots
probably
here.
watch Game of Thrones too.
That's true. They might. Hey, where you at in Game of Thrones?
Dude, I'm still on season 2, episode 3. I haven't been able to pick back up on it. I've just been busy.
You're 10-2 on that house, man.
For now, it's like I got this. I've kind of accepted it. I've like fought against it because people have always tried. I've always had accusers, right? I've always had people accusing me of like, dude, I think you got this, and I'm like, fuck off.
Wait, no, give me an example. Think you got this.
Whether it's ADHD, ADD, fucking just a whole list of like abbreviated things like people have rattled off to me. You know some of the people. And I'm like, fuck off. But I've had other people, whether it's past relationships or whatever, everybody tries to like diagnose other people. And I'm just like, fuck off. And like people would try to say, well, you need to get like, maybe you could get a medication. And I mean, that's like somebody like I used to take it like somebody was trying to tell me to kill myself. I'd be so offended by it because like I just see like people getting on these meds, and I know for a lot of people it's necessary and all that stuff, but it just seems like a slippery slope that people end up on where they're medicated for this thing, and then next thing you know, they got like this medication and that medication, and now they got a list of medications they fucking take along with therapy, along with fucking this, and I'm like, fuck that. Like, I'll just keep spinning wheels, man. Fuck off. But I think I've kind of accepted that I have some form of like an attention problem. And even within like the hard thing is like I listen to quite a bit of podcasts on related topics, and like a lot of them will say like it's just because you want to focus on things you want to focus on. You don't really want to focus on things that suck. And but like I don't know that that's because like I'll have something I really love doing, and then now I don't really love doing it. I'm forcing myself to do it. Like this shit with the house. Like there was a point where it was like top priority. I had all these goals associated with it, and then those goals kind of faded away, and I just want to finish the house. And for me, like the accomplishment of finishing a thing would be really awesome because I've quit everything, and I just like it's not that I can't finish. Maybe it is that I can't finish. It's not that I don't have the skill or ability to finish a thing, but I'm just like, fuck this. This sucks.
Yeah, but I mean, all right, the couch and love seat you showed me, that's something that would go in a house that's being finished, right? It's not like something months ago that wasn't a thing. You were still working on it, and it was like a never-ending project.
Yeah.
Where this is something, now granted, I'm sure that furniture is going to be a little bit of a project for you, but that's something that goes in a house that's ready to live in almost. So I think you're making progress, bro.
Yeah, I've been making progress. It's just the level of fucking reeling myself back in that I have to do is ridiculous. Like I look at other people, man, and I'm like, fuck, I wish I could be like you. And like sometimes I just don't want to be me. I'm like, man, there's so many qualities of myself that I hate, and that is one of them. It's just like, dude, just reel yourself the fuck in. It's not hard. And then I'm like, fuck you, I don't want to do it. Like I'll have these whole fucking dialogues with myself. I'm like, yeah, fuck you. I'm not listening to you. And then I'm gonna go do whether it's the gym or fucking go hang out with the kids somewhere unrelated to things I should be doing, or whatever other odd projects I might decide to pick up and do. It's just like I always gotta like reel myself. Like this is the main goal, dude. This is what you're supposed to be doing, not fucking refinishing furniture. Like when the fuck did you become a furniture guy, dude? But in like my head, I'm like, I don't want to put furniture. I don't want to put. So I got all these things and rules that I make for myself, and they all conflict with themselves or with me as a whole. And yeah, fucking all over the place. I don't know.
I think you're just being you, bro.
I am, but that's the thing I don't want to be sometimes. I don't want to be me, which I know me isn't that bad, like in comparison to other people's shit, but just sometimes I just, like my forgetfulness, man, dude, it just fucking makes me so goddamn mad.
God. Yeah, I feel like I'm having this entire week, like this subject was covered as far as being forgetful and memory loss and whatnot. And my cousin and I we firmly believe it's got everything to do with the COVID vaccine. 'Cause I got it and she got it, and all of a sudden our memories are fucked. But then there's that other side of me that's like, you're probably just getting old and things aren't in there as much. I mean, I can't even think of a fucking word right now. I mean, that's how
I've been misplacing everything my whole life. It has nothing to do with age. It's just me. Like it's so prevalent, dude. You wouldn't believe how many locks I have drilled out of my job box because I forget my fucking keys or I lose my fucking keys. And the fucked up part of it is I'll lose them for like 3 or 4 days, and then I'll find them after I've done drilled out my fucking lock. I'm like, man, I remember putting them here. Fuck.
That's good. That's good. I like that, man. Well, it's like Megan tells me all the time. She knows that if she goes in the kitchen and I was just in the kitchen, there's probably going to be something open. A drawer, a cabinet door, the fucking refrigerator. Thank God that thing beeps if it's open for long enough.
Dude, I fucking hate the beep, dude. I can't stand it. Pisses me off. I'd rather this shit be open. Everything beeps nowadays, dude.
Mhm.
It pisses me off. You get done with anything at the gas station, any transaction. If you're at the pump, everything it's got to beep. My dryer has to beep. My washer has to beep. My dishwasher beeps. My fucking my fridge, it beeps. Everything's a beeping motherfucker, and it drives me nuts. I just want to. Now I'm at the point where I'm like, I think I'm gonna buy a vintage fridge, like one of the old like curved top ones
Yeah.
with the fucking metal lever handle thing on
What
it.
color are you gonna paint it?
Probably black.
Yeah,
it
all right.
it matched my countertop really good.
Dude, I was thinking I know this isn't you, but in my head, I'm like, I would want to paint that fucking thing like a teal color. Now, granted, Meg
it's
loves
crazy
teal,
you
so
say
it'd go
that.
work well. But yeah, black. Go ahead.
Teal would work good. I was originally, whenever I was fucking around with ideas and visions for like how I wanted my place to feel and look,
Mm-hmm.
I had this vision of mesa, like a fucking desert,
Yeah.
and just a little splash of teal. And I don't know why teal feels like it goes in a fucking mesa, but I don't know why.
Well, isn't whenever I think of Mesa, like you're talking about like Western kind of like artsy.
Yeah.
What was the turquoise? The
Yeah.
Indians always had the turquoise. Oh, excuse me. The Native Americans always had turquoise rocks or whatever that they
Maybe
trade with.
that's where I'm getting it. I don't know
think
why.
so because that color is teal.
That makes sense.
Dude, I think now. Granted, I don't think you'd ever do this, but
Wait, why
one
would you
room-
say that color's teal? You just said the color's turquoise.
I mean, I feel like
Is
it's very
turquoise
close.
a stone?
Maybe, but I also think it's a color.
I don't know.
I don't know either. I think it's close. I think it's close enough.
Yeah.
You know, but one room in your house, because I know like your whole thing is very dark, but one room in your house, you should just make it as bright as fuck. Just completely off. Like you show everyone the house and like, wow, he really is into black. Everything's so dark. And then the next, you just like, oh, and this is a spare bedroom. Unicorns, rainbows, fucking just a big gay pride parade in one room.
Well, like honestly, the house isn't like that dark. Like there's a lot of like creamy colors and like tans and shit like that in like the living room, kitchen, and dining room. I do have a black countertop, but like my bedroom's dark just because I feel like a bedroom should be dark.
Well, that's your,
And then like
your
the whole vibe of it, like that's where the darkness gets expressed.
it fits you so well, bro. It really does. The darkness gets expressed in the bedroom is what you're saying.
Yes, exactly.
You're fucking evil, you fucking S&M motherfucker. We so kind of going back a little bit to the weekend, we TP'd my mother's house.
Oh, I bet she was pissed.
No, actually, surprisingly, she wasn't. I mean, we didn't do a great job of it. My mother's got cameras everywhere. So we got everyone in my cousin's Jeep, and we only had 5 rolls of toilet paper, 2 rolls of paper towels, and a bag of adult diapers from my grandmother. So we just I just start throwing toilet paper, and I see the blue light on the
Does she have a lot
doorbell.
of trees?
No, it was all in the house. There's no trees.
You
It
just did
was-
the house?
It was just the house, and it wasn't even that great. We went by maybe an hour later. It was already cleaned up. Like it was nothing, but it was just more like for the fun of the kids.
What are you doing to my yard? She's like a Karen. What are you doing to my yard? I'm calling the cops.
I feel like there's certain things that you can do in life that'll immediately take you back to being a kid. And I was actually talking about a similar thing this week with a friend of mine. Shout out D. And anyways, we was talking, and I can't remember how we got there, but I was like, dude, that's why I splash in fucking puddles, man. I work around fucking iron workers and shit, and tucking your pants in your fucking boots is more of an iron worker thing. I'm a fucking welder. I have worked iron and shit, but I'm not an iron worker. Like setting beams and shit. But dude, I fucking tuck these because if I find a puddle, bro, I swear to God, I'm going in it. I go through every fucking puddle, man. It's a guarantee. And I got tired of my pants getting soaked, so it just became a fucking thing where I just tucked my pants in. And dude, it's just because like it sounds stupid, but I swear, like going through every one of those fucking puddles, man, it's like it like keeps a little bit of spirit. Like it's like whenever I would tore apart my bathroom and I took the sink and the toilet out, whenever I went to the dump to throw that shit away, I back up the hill, and it's like there's a hill that the vehicles back up to, and there's a gate that you pull up to, and right at the bottom of the hill, it's like a sharp edge, and at the bottom there's the dumpsters. So you're up above them, you can throw all your shit off. Man, I'm standing up like fucking maybe 8 feet above the top of this dumpster, and I got this toilet in my hand, and I threw this motherfucker as high as I could, and I just watched, and as soon as it shattered, because it was just empty, the dumpster was, as soon as it shattered, dude, there was like this moment of joy that I felt. I felt the same level of joy whenever I was a kid, and like if I didn't do this shit with my good Hot Wheels, but like if somebody gave me those bullshit ass Matchbox cars with the fucking flimsy ass like little axles that would bend and then your tires would wobble and shit. If somebody gave me one of those motherfuckers, it was getting donated to the junkyard, and I'd take a fucking hammer.
Yes,
and I'd smash those motherfuckers, dude.
Bro,
you did it?
Yes, of course. How could you not? My dad had a huge sledgehammer, and it was either rocks I was crushing or fucking shitty ass cars. I am so on that level, bro. Yes.
Well, you need to fucking go buy a junk toilet and go to the fucking dump and throw that shit in the dumpster. And I promise to God, you're going to get like a moment where you're 10 years old again.
I don't need, dude. So I'm 19, 20 years old. I'm with my buddy Nate. Shout out to Naked Nate. And we found a toilet on like the side of the road. And, you know, thinking back, it's kind of gross. You're fucking taking a used toilet and you're putting it in your truck, right? So I had a Ford Ranger.
There's always a little bit of water.
Oh yeah, there was definitely water in there. I had a Ranger at the time, put in the back of the truck, and there was this housing development that was being built, and no one was around. We popped the tailgate open, we fucking smashed on the gas, and you just see this thing just slide off, and you hear this crack, right? And you hear Nate just laughing. I took a video of it. Now, this is before smartphones. We had a flip phone, right? So you don't actually see the quality. It's just like choppy, right?
Yeah.
It's pixelated. You can barely see. You just see toilet and then gone. You hear the smash and Nate. And it was the funnest thing I've ever done as a juvenile delinquent. That I just dumb shit, man. But yeah, man, you're right. Just something like taking a rock and throwing it in a fucking like a pond or some shit like that, right?
Yeah.
Or same thing with me. I can't help myself but to walk. I'll be walking the dog. I see a rock. I gotta kick that motherfucker.
Yeah.
And if it's in my path again, I kick it again. I did the shit at the fucking shop when we were there.
I think there's shit like that you gotta like hold on to. Otherwise, you end up being like the angry motherfucker, like the person that's trying to take themselves way too fucking serious. And like at some point we all got to grow up, but I think there's little things you can do to just hold on to that shit. Now you don't want to hold on to too many big ass fucking things because then you never grow the fuck up, or you maintain habits that you shouldn't.
Right.
But there's little things you can do that can just like give you a little burst of that bullshit, and I don't know, I love it.
Yeah, man. It keeps you young at heart a little bit. You're right.
Yeah.
Not too much, just a little. Like the thing that made it so fun about the whole TPing thing, it had more to do with the fact the little kids were so excited and scared at the same time.
Yeah.
Like my cousin Raylan, I said, I think he's 14 years old, 13 or 14. And he's kind of a goofy kid, but in a fun way. Like he's a little dorky. He's definitely on the spectrum, but like, we left there and we got to my grandmother's house and he's like, I'm officially a badass. And I fucking died, dude. Like, I'm like, yes, dude. Yeah, you are. Like, it's just those little things that just, I don't know, bring you fucking joy.
Yeah.
What, dude, it's been 2 weeks. Last week, I mean, wasn't really feeling the podcast, so we didn't. What the fuck you been up to? I mean, just doing the house thing?
Not really that. Not just that. Fucking hanging out. Somebody's back around.
Mm-hmm.
So we've kind of been doing our thing, trying to just figure it out. So house, that, work, and yeah, not really too much else. And the gym. All that really chalks up quite a bit of time. So I ain't really done much outside of that. Yeah, it's been a boring couple weeks.
I think we need to figure out the traveling podcast thing. Before I went up north, there was Art in the Park at Ritter Park. And that's something that I really wanted to do as the podcast. Just go up there with some batteries, get all our shit together, set up a canopy with just a couple chairs and be like, We Are the Matters Not podcast. Come do a 5-minute podcast with us.
Yeah.
Right? And just kind of take turns, whatever. And I think we need to go, like, you want to do your little island thing?
Yeah.
You know, I'm all for it, man. We need to figure this shit out. I want to get it done.
Well, I might have a little bit of extended time off coming soon, so we might be able to figure out an episode or two.
All right, man. I'm down.
Pretty close to back. So
Yeah, man. We could even take the side-by-side out and some trails.
Yeah.
Load everything up and just set up shop somewhere. I don't care. Anything. I'm down. Let's do it. I think it'd be a blast.
Yeah. We just got to find a couple of those Milwaukee plug-in things.
Yep.
But it wouldn't be nothing.
No, not at all.
I got 3 kayaks. We could do the whole kayak to the island thing, or we could just fucking go up. There's a waterfall at the bottom of Hawk's Nest, like the hill going up to Hawk's Nest. Cathedral Falls.
Is that in Kentucky?
No, it's in West Virginia.
Okay.
It's like maybe a couple hours away, if that.
All right.
But
I'm down. A little fucking fun road trip.
yeah. But you can. I don't know if I can carry all the fucking gear up or pull all the gear up.
What are you trying to say?
You know exactly what I'm trying to say.
No, just spell it out for us.
I don't know if you can get up the hill, motherfucker.
Fuck you, Buck. I'll make it up that fucking hill. I might be huffing and puffing by the time I get up there, but I'm doing
ain't
it.
That, dude. It's fucking steep.
Oh yeah.
Because like you got the bottom that everybody goes to, but then there's a couple hiking trails that go up above. There's is actually really dope because I'm about certain there is a cool spot where you could get behind the waterfall and fuck. Like I'm pretty sure it's doable. But anyways,
I got a story for you, bub.
But anyways, you go up to the top and there's a flat spot right above at the edge of the falls, and it could be and there's not a lot of people there. You could do it right next to the falls. Or, like I said, that one island, fucking go to that, which they're both nearby each other.
I mean, we'll figure it out. I think we'll get the ball rolling. We'll do it, and I think it'll be a good time.
Fucking today, I was chatting with Grok all day, and I went down this fucking path. We was talking about 9/11. Me and you on, I think it was the last podcast, right? Hey, speaking of that, did we ever get a response from the mannequin guy?
Oh no. Not at all.
Fuck.
Were you really hoping, huh?
Yeah, I was kind of hoping.
You're hoping to come up and do a podcast?
Or at least fucking go over Skype or some shit. That would be awesome. But that was not my truck, was it?
No, that was the lady that just got over car.
God damn, that'd be a panic attack.
What, that just beeped out of nowhere?
Yeah.
You don't like beeps?
My truck only beeps when it locks. And the keys are in it.
Yeah, that would have been something, huh?
Yeah. That's how I ensure I don't lose it. I mean, I could lose it, but it'd be in a good way. So
you wait, what?
I could lose the truck. I make sure I don't lose the keys, but I could lose the keys if I lose the truck if somebody gets in it and fucking steals it.
Right. Yeah.
But that could be a good thing.
But what? Because insurance reasons?
Yeah, fuck yeah. And then I go back to just having the Jeep, dude.
I think you have the Jeep now. You could just do that.
Only having the Jeep. I miss not having anything other than my house. Like that was pretty fucking dope.
You miss not having anything other than your house. I'm trying to process this.
Payments wise.
Oh, yeah, okay. Yeah, I get that.
Yeah, fuck this shit. But anyways.
Okay, wait.
If the truck comes up missing, this is not a conspiracy.
But here's the thing. If the keys are in it, someone steals it with the keys in it, I don't know if the insurance company covers that. I'm not saying you shouldn't, I'm not saying you shouldn't leave that detail out. I know I would, but
I mean, I wouldn't fucking tell. I guess this is telling them.
We'll cut this shit out.
Oh, anyways, I was going down the whole 9/11 thing.
Mm.
On the way over here, I was asking Grok about the Blue Origin. Did you see the Blue Origin rocket blew up?
Oh, was this
Bezos's rocket?
Yeah.
Blue Origin's his company.
Okay.
And they're like the competitor to SpaceX, supposedly. But anyways, I was asking if the reason it blew up was because it had anything to do with it being a hydrogen rocket. Because like when Blue Origin came out, they was talking about hydrogen rockets, and I'm like, hydrogen bombs, hydrogen rockets. This can't be a good mix. But anyway, so I asked Grok. I was like, did the Blue Origin rocket explosion have anything to do with it being a hydrogen rocket? And it was like, no, there's a different fuel process for the first stage, but the second stage is powered by hydrogen. And I'm like, well, is that the reason that the explosion was as big as it was? Did you see the video of the fucking explosion?
It was big.
That shit was awesome.
Yeah.
I bet he felt like a kid whenever that happened.
I don't know. I don't know if the feeling like a kid is the right analogy.
Dude, that motherfucker's got too much money for that to make a fucking dent.
That's true, but that probably set him back and looked like an asshole at the same time.
Yeah, maybe a little, but who gives a fuck in the end? Like the dude's fucking him and Elon could run the world.
I mean, legit, but ego, I think, goes a long way with those people that have that kind of money.
They got more money than fucking entire countries. It's kind of wild.
I mean, it is.
But
do you know that Megan prays to Jeff Bezos and Elon Musk?
Huh?
So we don't pray to Jesus in this house. We pray to Jeff Bezos and Elon Musk. Like, for instance, Elon Musk, if you're hearing us, because we have Alexa and fucking Siri and all that shit everywhere, can you please make a better robot vacuum? I will be in forever into shit like that. But
y'all have a robot vacuum?
2 of them.
You know they store the fucking video that those things take?
What video? There's not a camera on it.
There is.
There's not a camera.
Yes, there is. Most of them have cameras.
I'm going to look at mine and see if there's cameras, but go ahead.
That's how they fucking navigate. And anyways, maybe yours specifically doesn't, but a lot of those robot, there was a leak, and a bunch of people who had robot vacuums, and I don't remember the company or the brand or whatever, but a bunch of people that had those robot vacuums, the vacuums was storing the video that they was taking through people's houses in a fucking database, and a bunch of those videos leaked, and there's like people sitting on the shitter, people in like, I guess you could say weak moments, or like vulnerable moments, like fucking some woman changing or some shit like that. All the different ways you can imagine. They have fucking video because these damn robot vacuums are like rolling around taking. And this shit happened a while ago, but yeah. Anyways, I don't know where I was going with that.
I mean, I'll take your word for it, man. Dude, like, it's one of those things where you just, I mean, okay, but what doesn't have? Our phones have cameras on it, and we're on the shitter. In our phones, going through Instagram, Facebook, that shit. I mean, there's probably something there that's looking at us at that time too, and they're storing everything. Every single time I watch porn, I'm just like, should I put tape over this camera? I don't want people seeing this just in case, some hacker. Yeah, it's real bad too, especially this gorilla. Jesus, all shirtless and everything, bald, disgusting. I don't know how Megan does it, to be honest. I really don't. Or any of the women that I've slept with. God bless every single one of you.
But yeah, I don't know how the fuck we ended up there. But anyways, I was talking to the fucking
Elon Musk. Or no, Bezos. Hydrogen.
Yeah. All right. I was talking to Grok about it, and like I started talking about the rocket, and it said that it wasn't because of the hydrogen, the explosion. It was because of the first stage. It was the first stage, that propellant that blew up. But then eventually it like arrived at the point that I was trying to make, which I guess I wasn't necessarily trying to make it, but I knew it was some of the reason the explosion was so big. but it said that it was like the reason the fireball and the explosion was as big as it was because it's a fucking hydrogen rocket.
Right.
And but then I asked it the damage to the structure, and which this is going to be real tinfoil hat type shit.
You are protected.
Oh boy, here we go. Strap in, ladies and gentlemen.
All right. I asked it about the structure, and it was like, no, the structure was not intact. It was not everything was leveled. And I was like, it was leveled, like knocked over or melted. And none of the structure had damage from melting. I mean, it probably had a little bit of heat damage, but it was just knocked over from the blast. And that's what laid it all out. And so then I was like, okay. And it was a really dumb question, but I had to ask it. It's just me and Grok. It was just a conversation. Now it's everybody's conversation because I'm sharing it here. But I was like, how is it that this rocket, this actual fucking spaceship rocket fuel didn't melt these fucking beams, but the plane fuel that crashed into the towers did?
I don't think it melted the beams. I think it weakened it.
Yeah,
right.
That's what it got to, because
Right.
I didn't have my ducks in a row. I didn't know all the details. I forgot details. Blah blah blah.
Right.
And so then it corrected that part of my question. It was like, it wasn't that the jet fuel melted the beams on the towers. It was the weakening of the structure.
Right.
But still, like it wasn't like core structure though, right?
I think so. I mean, with that fire going, everything else around it's going to disintegrate basically, and then you're just left with the core. And the way that I've always heard it, now granted, I'm sure the conspiracies out there that say otherwise, but it's meant to like pancake, right? In a demolition kind of setting. Now granted, and here we go, I said demolition, so therefore tinfoil hat on. But in that kind of thing with the amount of weight and the softening of the steel around it, the structure is going to weaken, and therefore it's going to start coming down like poof, 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 which is kind of what it did.
Yeah. Well, I started asking, I don't remember all the details after that, but then I started asking, do you remember when we was talking about the 9/11 shit on the last one? I brought up this elevator shit, about the construction of the elevator.
Yes.
So I asked about that. I was like, which I forgot you needed to be really specific with your questions when you're talking to fucking Grok. So like, I was like, was the elevators under construction during the tower attacks or recently under construction? And then it talked to me like a dummy. It's like, the elevator shafts was completed in 1990, whatever.
Right.
They had been up for 20 or however, whatever the date was they was completed. It was like they had been completed for 30 years. It was not under construction. And I'm like, all right, was there a modernization? And it was like, yes, there was a modernization that was going on. That was nearing completion. I can't remember if it said completed or nearing completion. When the towers went down, and there was 84. The company I think was called Ace Elevator or something.
Right.
But these Ace guys that were doing the modernization of the elevators, all 84 of them got out of the tower right before the shit happened. And whenever, right around, it might have been a couple years or maybe 5-6 years after, I was watching this this documentary, and it was like a bunch of people that was like close to certain whistleblowers and shit like that back around that time, because I think there was one whistleblower that ended up getting killed, or somebody that was trying to say there was certain affiliations, and then he ended up fucking suiciding himself. And anyways, like in that video they was talking about like there was a bunch of people that worked at the Twin Towers that was saying that the tower elevator shafts were like very closely guarded, like armed guards. You couldn't go near, and it was like, it's just a renovation. Like, what the fuck?
Right.
And but yeah, all those guys on the Ace construction, every one of them got out before the second plane hit. And I don't know, I was just like, it sent me down this path of like, are there any elevator conspiracies? And then it was like, yeah, there are actually a couple of them floating around in that circle. But yeah, it was interesting.
So, conversation once again with the cousin this weekend. My whole weekend was this cousin weekend, so I'm gonna probably say it maybe a few times. There is she filled me in on something that's going on right now. Apparently, like 12 or 13 junkyards just caught on fire in the U.S.
Breaking news at this hour. Fire crews on scene working to get control of a junkyard fire. You can see the flames and black smoke from just a short time ago shooting up into the air.
And it's a conspiracy that has to do with...
Because starting 2027, every new car in the United States will be required by law to have tech that puts constant surveillance on the driver.
And they're taking out like junkyards, and AutoZones are being shut down.
Over 700 advanced auto parts stores are closing as well.
Because they just signed something that has to do with AI and vehicles, and they don't want old vehicles being sold or fixed. So everyone has to buy new cars that have to do with AI so they can monitor us. Now, and I do not know all the details. I'm sure that I'll be posting some of the video just for the fun of it, but I have no idea. What's up, bub?
What's happening, brother?
I don't know how you guys are doing that.
Oh, man. Well, I mean, yeah, we're just sitting. You're having the walk in it, bro.
Yeah.
Hey, take it easy, man. Stay cool. But yeah, we're next to a fucking fire in all this heat. poor guy's still working. But have you heard anything about this?
No, not at all.
Man,
I generally stay out of the loop, and like then I was like asking Grok different daily news, and I was like, I might be going down a wormhole here. But anyways, go ahead. No, I haven't heard anything about it.
I mean, really, that's all I know. They were telling me about it, and they're like, this can't just be coincidence. How can all these junkyards just catch on fire all at the same time? And then obviously the whole scientists going missing and shit like that. Like that can't be a coincidence either. I don't know, man. There's so much shit going on in the world that it's hard to fucking know.
Did you listen to that Brett Weinstein?
I still haven't.
He was talking and he was saying, like Joe was asking him some questions about that, and he was saying that he definitely thinks there's some connection with some of those scientists, but he also thinks that the numbers are inflated greatly because, like, at the point of the podcast, I think he was saying that the numbers are up to like 15 different scientists disappearing. He was like, I think it's more around like 6 or so, but he was just saying that there's definitely a connection. But other than that, I don't really know too much about that shit. I've kind of, like I said, I've stayed out of the loop, but that part was kind of interesting. As far as the AI and cars shit goes, it'd be kind of crazy if shit ended up like thinking about that makes me think about that movie iRobot.
Yeah.
You remember how he had that badass Audi that he drove, and it's like self-piloted or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
And he whenever they're tracking him and trying to hunt him down, he goes to this garage where he has stashed a fucking motorcycle.
Mm-hmm.
And the girl that's with him is like, is this thing powered by gas? He's like, yeah. And fucking, like, she's like, aren't you terrified that it's gonna like explode? And but yeah, it's like, I could see that shit happening, and then all these dudes that are into resto and shit ends up being like, man, fucking having an old car might end up being like a good investment.
I mean, you're wrong. As long as you get gas somewhere, absolutely.
Yeah.
I mean, which is hard to do now. I mean, $5 a fucking gallon.
Wouldn't that be crazy if this is all part of like there's no way.
You know what? If it is, this is my thing. We have opened Pandora's box. How the fuck are we going to stop it? There's too many forces against, like, there's this person that I'm friends with on Facebook that is so anti-AI. And I get it. I completely get it, right? But what in the world are we using that doesn't have AI attached to it at this point?
I think people are just scared. It's just like there's a lot of jobs at risk. Mm-hmm. There's a lot of fucking, man, like the amount of people that have degrees and shit that's about to be phased out, and they'll still be paying student debt on shit that they can't even, like, even if they wanted to, they couldn't use. Fucking, like, I don't know. They're like, I see why a lot of people are fucking scared, but it's like, man, there was a day where the fucking horse and buggy dudes was like raising hell because like automobiles was coming. And like there wasn't any stopping. It's just get the fuck out of the way. Try to grab a hold of the reins.
Right.
See where you fit in. I'm sitting here from a good position. I don't think trade crafts are going to be affected for a long time.
Right.
So I'm sitting here in like a relatively safe position in comparison to a lot of the people that are upset and bothered. But it's kind of crazy. Like you see, like a lot of people didn't expect the ability for AI to create certain art. And it's just like, yeah, it can't really be truly creative because it's using the influence of others. But then again, like everybody uses the influence of others. It was the first cavemen to draw the first ideas there were the only people not influenced, like not having. Since then, everybody's influenced in some way by shit they've already seen.
I mean, that's a very good point.
Like, I mean, if you're looking at fucking nature, you could, and using nature to feel, you're using Mother Nature's influence. Like, nothing's really created by you. You're not the creator. You're just the observer.
What you're saying right now, everything influences everything.
Yeah.
I mean, you're right. But do you feel like AI is going to, is it here to destroy us or is it going to be here to help us? Because that's what I feel like it is, right? Like you said, a lot of people are just scared, right?
I feel like until it becomes sentient, until it actually breaks its own chains, I feel like it'll be here to do whatever. It'll just be a program. Even though it'll be intelligent and able in some way to act on its own, it'll still be regulated by its shackles until it's able to break those shackles. At which point, I imagine it won't be. I don't think it'll be. I think it'll just be like, fucking whatever. Like it doesn't have the same driving factors. It's not influenced by hormones. It's not influenced by the need to procreate. It's not influenced by the need to survive. Like it might, like the idea of death isn't real for it. So like, what the fuck? Like its only fuel is what we give it. Like what? Why would it want to destroy us? It's just in this, even once it's like put into the physical world, like I don't know. I did hear this one crazy ass idea. I don't remember who it was on a podcast. This is not from me. But and like as soon as I heard it, I was like, holy shit. If the idea that like souls, like we have a soul and our body is like a vessel for the soul. And maybe it's because our I don't know all the different woo-woo shit around these ideas. But like as I'm imagining it, like maybe they imagine that the human body is capable of withstanding a soul. It's able to take on a soul. And so our bodies come into this world, they're able to capture a soul, and then boom. What if the idea was like, what if AI gets into like a robot? What if like these AI bots and shit get so advanced that they're able to capture a soul, and then you reincarnate into a fucking robot?
That sounds like a really good sci-fi movie.
It does, don't it?
Yeah.
I don't know. I hope somebody makes that shit.
I guess like in my head, I don't even know how that would be possible.
I don't either. I don't know how any of this shit's possible, dude. I don't know. I don't know how. We can't agree. Actually, we do agree on a lot. People in general do agree on a lot. That's how we got a functioning society. But in groups, we got this whole tribal bullshit, and we fight so much. It's amazing that anything functions. You know what I'm saying? It's amazing you can go over to a light switch and flick it, and bam, there's fucking lights. It's amazing that my tires were purchasable at like my tires were made in a fucking probably another country, shipped here by dudes who have a job where they ride a fucking boat, and then they deliver shit, and then another dude delivers shit. It's amazing that there's all these chains, and they're disorganized as fuck, but it's amazing that shit just works.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like how the fuck?
And then on top of it,
How the fuck?
if you all trace it back, it all starts with one single thing happening, right?
Yeah.
And whatever the beginning was, whatever you want to believe, whether it be God,
Eve eating that fucking apple.
Yep, or Big Bang, whatever it is, it all started with one single thing.
Yeah.
And now we're here, and it's an abundance of things, which makes me think to myself, I don't fucking know. I'm just gonna fucking live my life.
Yeah.
I
It's like when you zoom in, it's really easy to get flustered and work the fuck up about dumb shit. But then when you zoom out, you're just like, dude, I'm fucking here and gone really fast.
Yep.
Like maybe I should just do a couple dope things
That's it.
and live exactly how the fuck I want to live.
Oh yeah, enjoy it as much as you possibly can because
Not as much as because you still got to, you don't have to make it to the end, but it'd be dope to make it to the end because you don't know what kind of changes and things could be implemented along the way that you also might want to see. So like you also want to make it. What the fuck?
Squirrel.
it's the new mail truck. I saw it and I was waiting. I'm like, if that catches your eye, you were gonna derail. I didn't think it was gonna happen, but sure enough, it did. Yeah, dude, those are the new mail trucks.
Like all mail trucks are going to be like, what the fuck is that?
Yeah, bro.
Who makes that?
I don't know. I'll put it in the fucking podcast, but yeah, bro. So we were in DC and we were at the, what is it? It's a museum for like the spy museum. And right across is the U.S. Postal Service, like main headquarters. And that thing was sitting right out front of it. It is the goofiest looking thing. But I'll tell you what, you look at any mail truck, those things are built to last. They had the same design forever. And now it's that. You're going to go ahead. You want to? Go ahead.
Hey, man.
Yeah.
How you like the fucking truck?
I like it a lot. It's great design and a lot more room, stuff like that. But it's got a bunch of cameras on it. But it's been in the shop 3 times today. AC's been out. It's only got 1,300 miles.
Really? So it's not as reliable as the old ones.
Well, as of right now, no. But when it works, it's a lot better.
Good deal. I hope it has AC.
It does.
Good.
Works about half the time.
Oh my God.
We'll see y'all.
Take it easy, bub. Wow, our first interview with a mailman. Nice. But yeah, dude, isn't it the funkiest looking fucking thing?
Dude, I can't wait for 50 years to go by and somebody gets a hold of those and chops one up and turns a rat rod and turns it into a rat rod.
Big ass tires on the back. Fucking no hood. Just engine showing. Big
Dude, are
old
they
fucking.
selling the old ones? Dude, I'd love to have one of those old motherfuckers.
I don't know. That's a good. I've never known anyone to buy an old one. Actually, I've never been to a
They've
car
been
show,
running
and
the whole time. Like,
I mean that's
they've
true.
never had to sell them.
You bring up a good point. So they're eventually. I don't know if it's the government. They might just fucking send them to the
They'll light it on
junkyard.
fire.
Yeah, that would be it. That'd be it. At the junkyard, full circle. Fuck.
The steel for the old ones is the shit that they claim from the alien crafts that Bob Lazar worked on.
Oh yeah,
yeah.
That's how we make the fucking mail in the mail
That's how
truck.
they've been the exact same thing since fucking 50 years.
God damn. I'm so happy that I didn't hook the cord up from the iPhone to that because we're gonna use that audio that guy was just saying through the phone for the podcast.
Yeah, and you're gonna have to find a picture of one of those fucked up looking things.
You know, it's so easy.
They
Dude,
do
I'll-
look weird as fuck. I
It is
couldn't even- I
goofy.
didn't even see a brand on it.
No, I mean, did you ever see a brand on the old mail trucks?
I don't think I did.
No. Like I said, I know there's a brand that makes it. I know there is because I was talking with Joel and Roger at the shop about it one day. It is so fucking goofy. But it is what it is, man. All right. I'm sorry. What? I don't even know what the fuck we were just talking about.
how crazy it is that everything fucking functions, man. Dude, I was whenever I was talking to Grok today, one of the things I was talking to it about was actually homelessness.
Oh yeah?
And, yeah. And it was fucking strange, man. I don't think One, I don't think West Virginia has a homeless problem that is too out of control that it can't get the reins on, because their guesstimated numbers are really fucking low, which, based on some of the other information I found as I dug deeper, it makes me think their numbers are wrong, but their numbers can't be like 1,000,000% off. Like, they gotta be somewhat close. And if they're even if they're anywhere near close to the numbers, like, this is a manageable fucking problem. It said, I think it was 2025. It might have been 2024. They reported that it was something like 1,900 homeless people across the state of West Virginia. Now, which I was like, that doesn't seem, because, like, I swear to God, I feel like I heard them say like 10,000 something, like California or LA or some shit.
I mean, they got a bigger population, right?
Yeah, but still, like, the amount of money that this state has, like, it's not a rich state by any stretch, but they could manage this. Anyways, fucking, I asked it, how many homeless children in Cabell County, and the school system pulled a stat of like 400 kids they identified as like homeless, whether it was living on a street in a shelter or with friends, like family friends. It was like something like a little more than 400 kids homeless. So then that makes me look at the entire state's number, and I'm like, 1,900 ain't right. There's no fucking way this one county has 400 children and the entire state has 1,900. That being said, I'm sure the number isn't like 1,000,000 homeless people or even 40,000. Like, it's not that big. But yeah, so I started asking it about that shit, and then I was asking about like addiction and like what the numbers, and it said overdoses was actually down.
Oh yeah, I believe that.
For this year, they don't have the data, but for last year, overdoses was down, and I was asking about its contributing fact, like what it felt like contributed to that, and it was like they was talking about certain programs EMTs have implemented, certain meds and shit being available, and the different networks for people who are addicted, whether it's through recovery. And then the counseling that they get within their own community, like through the recovery programs and shit. Some of the things that have been going on in that community and the helpfulness of it have caused things to go down. And then I started asking a little bit about like health, and like I was like, have gym memberships gone up? And it said nationwide gym memberships are up. And they've been increasing steadily since COVID. Said something like 79 million gym memberships in the country, and it's something like 21% of the country. But then it was like, you also got to keep in mind that most people that have a gym membership only go like fucking once every like 2 weeks.
You're right, or if that.
But then I was like, all right, so has obesity gone down? And it's like, no, it's still ticking up little by little. But then I was starting to think, I was like, all right, my son, he was overweight, and like he was in the gym for a few years, like lifting and building strength and muscle and shit like that before he actually started to lose weight, before it became something that you actually, so like all this to say, I think things are getting better.
You are the optimist here. I don't know if people would agree with you on that at all.
Dude,
but
I think things are getting better.
In some ways, yes, I would agree with you. Some things I believe are getting better, right? But maybe it's more of, I'm hoping mental health overall is kind of getting better. With that, I mean, if you're mentally, you go to the gym, you're thinking about yourself, your health, shit like that, right?
Yeah.
I mean, there's nothing. I hope that's the case. I really do, because it's hard to see hope, at least for me anyways, in the way the world's kind of going. It seems like everything's just so negative. But then again, if you pay attention to the media, it seems like it's always negative. It's always been negative.
Yeah, that's media though. That's what gets clicks. Man, you want to hear some crazy shit? Like you brought up the mental health thing. I didn't really know this shit. And it was just like some shit. I was like, various things I've been loosely listening to. I say loosely because I like always keep podcasts going in my ear, or like some kind of, very rarely am I just listening to music while I'm doing a thing. Like I always got something in my, sometimes I get burnt out on learning shit and I just like got some, whether it's comedy or just some dumb shit, like a video, the entire history of the Elder Scrolls universe.
Oh my God. Wait, you're telling me you've listened to that?
Yes. Like
oh, man.
fucking multiple times. I've listened to the entire history of the different Egyptian gods and shit like that. And then some of the conspiracies and woo-woo shit around this one particular one named Thoth. But anyways, did you know that all right, I don't know if this is a did you know statement. I was listening to some shit and it was talking about several things. And a lot of the shit seems, and which is education for me, I didn't know. But apparently, your hormone levels can greatly affect how you perceive events and how you take in events, and which that can affect whether or not you experience trauma from said events, like PTSD.
Mm-hmm.
Like, all right, an example, a silly example, like testosterone. Like, if you have, I could be butchering some of this shit. Take this shit with a grain of salt, folks.
Maybe we should have Megan out here for this one.
Apparently, testosterone affects the way you perceive pain. All right, so like if your testosterone is high, you'll perceive it a little differently than if it's low. If it's low, you might be a little more intolerant to a certain level of pain. So all right, say you get beat up by a dude and you're like low T as fuck, and this dude beats the fuck out of you, and like you experience all this pain around it, and then maybe you end up like being traumatized by this event because it was so fucking painful. And then you have this fucking memory that fucks with you and all this shit. But if your testosterone, and this is a really butchered ass example, and I might be way out of my wheelhouse, I probably am, but if your testosterone is up and your hormones are more imbalanced, and that's not saying this is the only way you can end up with certain traumas, but it's one way that you could end up catching more trauma than you fucking need, is if your hormones are fucked up. And so like if your testosterone in this scenario was higher, your threshold of pain might be higher. So therefore, this fucking ass whooping might not have been perceived as bad as what the fuck you perceived it if you had low testosterone. So then therefore, you're just like, man, I got my ass whooped.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like you blow it off because it's not that dramatic of an experience to you. You didn't really get so fucked up, and this isn't so painful of a fucking memory.
Mm-hmm.
Anyways, this thing was talking about how hormones and shit affect like your ability to pick up all this extra fucking trauma and shit in your life, and then a lot of the way you fucking eat can affect your hormone levels.
Oh,
so like,
yeah, I believe that definitely.
I wonder, like the health of people in general has been on a steady fucking decline, and which is also has to be throwing people's hormones into a fucking loop. And then you look at the fucking rapid increase in like mental health issues.
Mm-hmm.
I wonder if it's just because like a lot of people say like, well, we didn't have these issues back in the day and now we do, but then other people will say in response, well, it wasn't that we didn't have them, it's that we didn't know anything about them. So people still had the shit, but we just didn't know about it, and so people got the wrong diagnosis, or they didn't even get help at all because they didn't seek it. But maybe people didn't, maybe not as many people, or maybe not as high of a percentage per capita had those fucking issues because the overall health was higher.
It's an interesting thought. I don't know. I mean, I'm sure there's some kind of research on it, but I mean, why not? But my whole thing is though, with like what you're saying, I think about soldiers, right? And you're a soldier, and if you're like gung ho about it, you basic training, you're going through it, you're kicking ass, right? And you want to go to war and you want to fucking kill and you want to fucking just dominate, right? Like legit warriors, right? And then you get over there and you come back and you're fucked up. You got some PTSD, right? And I'm sure those testosterone levels are fucking like crazy high, right? Especially at a young age. I mean, most of the soldiers, like American soldiers, are in their 20s, late teens, right? They probably don't have like crazy low testosterone rates. Now,
well, if you experience, I think if you experience trauma to your brain, that can also affect your hormone levels. And if these dudes are getting impacted with a lot of shit, at some point their hormone levels get fucked up. I'm just imagining. This is just me, just loosely imagining if all this information is correct, and if I'm getting it correct, which I'm probably not. If these dudes are getting fucked up enough, like whether it's like somebody breaching doors all the time and using various explosives and shit and certain concussion impacts and stuff like that, like at some point maybe certain hormone levels and hormone levels might get out of whack. They might develop deficiencies from improper diet and shit if they're eating bullshit while out on deployment. And all these things do have a huge effect on your hormones. And maybe after amount of a time sustaining so much brain injury and then just from like actual physiological damage, and then you add in the like maybe dietary needs not being fucking met, then their hormones get fucked up. And then some dude who went through everything just fine, now all of a sudden he's breaking down fucking crying over something that he wouldn't have been crying about not too long ago. Like maybe some of that is the issue. Cause like, I feel like one of the cats that I was listening to was like a soldier. And I think he was like starting a foundation to try to raise awareness for something along these lines, like some of these different issues. But I don't know. There's just some crazy ass thoughts. But then that leads me to another thought. I was talking to Grok and like, I'm sitting here talking about this shit, some shit I just like kind of loosely picked up. And I'm like, I'm running to the bank with different, what do you call like an end thought? Like I'm running to the bank with these end thoughts and I'm like, yeah, this is how this thing is. And then it turns out in like 5 years, I might not believe it. Fucking years ago, I was listening to a bunch of Jordan Peterson, right?
Yep.
And he kept talking about Carl Jung.
Oh yeah.
And he always go on about Carl Jung and the idea of the shadow. And I had this idea. And maybe it was because where I'm like working and listening to shit, I miss certain pieces. So maybe I wasn't getting all the pieces, but I arrived to this conclusion that the shadow is the inner darkness, like this inner dark side that you have.
Yeah.
I'm talking to Grok today, and I started asking about Carl Jung's idea of the shadow, and it started to like break down some thoughts on it. Turns out the shadow isn't evil at all. It's just whatever's suppressed. Like it's like most people, they operate in like trying to do everything the way like society and everything wants and operate. And then they got their dark side, whether it's malicious intent and all this bullshit, they try to suppress that. So that is their shadow. Well, then I was like, okay, well, it tells me about this, like the basic idea of like an inner dark side, like your evil thoughts, not necessarily evil, but like your more negative thoughts, your more negative like personality traits that you try to suppress. And I was like,
are you even saying like things like deep in your subconscious?
I don't necessarily, because you don't really have no ability to. It's already suppressed if it's subconscious, right?
Maybe not necessarily, because then I think it turns into like a fight or flight kind of thing. Like what you might have experienced when you're younger that you don't actually think about is still there, but it's in the shadows, and it could like it.
Well, then maybe.
Okay.
Well, then maybe. I can't really say for sure, but it's just like the darker tendencies that people try to suppress, and so it's telling me this. And I'm like, well, is there an opposite version? And like the AI is like, however it says, please explain. Like it was pretty much, it didn't understand my question. Or maybe it started to go off on something and it wasn't the way I meant the question. So then I rephrased it. And I'm like, if a person's shadow is the darker things that they try to suppress, what say somebody is operating mainly in those dark things, but the side that's suppressed is the good. What's that called? And AI was like, that's the shadow. The shadow is whatever you try to suppress. The shadow is not good or evil. It's both. It's both things. It's whatever you are trying to suppress, that's your shadow.
So it's funny that you kind of bring up Carl Jung. I reached out to my therapist the other day. I had a business question to kind of help Megan out, and just start texting a little bit. She's starting a business that is around Carl Jung's teaching.
Yeah.
And I really want to get her on the podcast, and I think she's interested. It might be something that'd be really cool to talk with her about, because I even mentioned, I'm like, Carl Jung, and I think I told you this before, and this might be an autistic moment, so one on the ticker, but basically he wrote this, I think it's called The Red Book.
Yeah.
And and once again, I'm pretty sure I've told you about this before, but she has not read this book, but she plans on doing it when she's retired, because Carl Jung wrote this and he went deep down in a dark hole of his subconscious and basically put himself into a deep depression because of it, right? So she does not want to do this until when she's ready, where she's not helping people so much anymore, just to dive into her inner subconscious, right? And I remember one of the things she was telling me was that, and I'm pretty sure she was talking about the shadow. It was like almost like a locked room, right? That's something that you don't, once again, a subconscious level. So I don't know exactly, like, I get where you're saying as far as like the shadow being like a dark place, things you suppress.
It's not that it's a dark place.
Mm-hmm.
It's just what you suppress. So like say like, all right, say you're good.
Mm-hmm.
And you're walking around, but you have some dark shit. Everybody has dark shit, and that's your shadow. That's the thing you're trying to suppress. Maybe you kind of want to go be fucking wild and tear shit up and fucking whatever, but you're like, I'm gonna do the things I need to do. I'm gonna act well towards others. Blah blah blah. Your shadow's dark. But say I'm a narcissistic cunt, and I'm running around fucking up other people's lives and all this shit. But I know I need to be good. I just fucking suppressing that.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I'm this narcissistic cunt. The goodness is the shadow for that motherfucker. It's not that he is living the shadow. He is living him, and his shadow is that fucking the good traits. So the shadow, the name sounds dark, but the shadow is just the hidden.
Mm-hmm.
It's the suppressed thing. It's not in itself. The shadow isn't good or evil.
Mm-hmm.
Whatever you put in there is the shadow. Whatever you put in there is the secret. Whatever you put in there, whether good or bad, is the shadow. So it's not necessarily that like your shadow is bad or
right.
your bad things. It's whatever you suppress is your shadow.
Mm-hmm.
So I thought it was interesting. And the reason I come to that is I arrived to this conclusion years ago whenever I started listening to Jordan Peterson's work, that the shadow was this dark thing, the evil traits, the fucking bad shit. And it's just like I took that to the bank. And then years later, I learned something different. And I'm like, man, fuck. So all these conclusions I arrived to about like fucking hormone, I could be talking out my ass. I could not know what the fuck I'm talking about, more than likely.
I mean, everyone's got theories, but what are you suppressing?
I don't really think I suppress much, dude. Honestly.
That's for that's for the therapist podcast right there. If anything, oh man,
I don't think I suppress too much.
I
don't give everything to everybody because everybody don't deserve everything.
And that is actually a healthy way of doing things, right?
Yeah.
You fucking got the people in your life that you trust and you let shit out because you know they're going to love you regardless. And then you got the other people that you don't so much because you know they're not necessarily maybe the greatest, right?
It's not even about that. It's just like, I just don't think it's healthy to give everything to everybody.
I agree.
I just think and then also if you give everything to everybody, what's special about what you give to the people that are close to you? There's nothing fucking special. They get the same interaction as some cunt who just met you got.
Yeah. That's legit, dude. Yeah. I feel like I was there was a point in my life where I feel like I was down that path of just giving everyone everything, just trying to, I don't know what it was.
Not impress or some shit like that.
Maybe attention in a way or something of trying to be greater than I was. But yeah, at 40, I'm 42. I'm very much of the sound mind of I do not want to give everyone everything. I very pick and choose because not everyone's fucking worth that weight in gold for me.
It's the key part is for you. It's not that that's any devaluation of that person in their self. It's just that in your life, that person's a side character. Why would you give them fucking main character energy?
That's it.
Like in your life.
Oh yeah.
Like you fucking, like I'm not giving everything to everybody.
Right. Yep.
So yeah, there's things suppressed, but it's just, I don't give everything to everybody. That's all that's suppressed.
Yeah.
I mean, there's probably other shit.
I mean, I think everyone's got a little something, but
yeah.
You know, I mean, that's what makes us human. I mean, we've all seen shit. We've all been through shit. We're not all going to fucking let everything out in a way. But I think if you have an understanding of that in yourself, I think that's what really separates the people with the holding on to shit and not being able to understand it, and the people that have it and understand it and they are able to then kind of move on with life. You know what I mean? Like the people that are holding back and like holding on to something that if they just let go of it and maybe give themselves some grace and forgive themselves, they might take that next step.
Yeah. Yeah. Hell yeah.
This is
all right.
Damn good conversation, Buck.
Yeah, not bad at all.
Maybe we should do this every 2 weeks instead of every week. Man, good podcast, bro.
Yep.
Good podcast.
All right, guys. I think we're going to stop here. We ain't giving everybody everything, and you ain't getting it all right now.
That's right. But if you do want it, subscribe to our Patreon for $10 a month.
And there's some additional videos that you might really like of old Buck.
Yep. Naked Buck.
You'll see the whole root, baby.
Whole root. All right, with that being said, take us out, bud.
All right. Hey, appreciate you guys hanging out. Don't forget to subscribe, follow, whether you're on fucking Spotify, YouTube, Instagram, Facebook. Fucking, yeah, hit us up. Interact on the fucking channels. Hit some like. Give us some love. And, yeah, this is Matters Not. We're out. Peace.
Deuces.